Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. Cheers.
Cheers. It's the Demon Coke.
It is 4:30 in the afternoon, and
Is it that late?
I think so.
Okay.
I do think so. It's late. It's like we have been busy. We have been very busy. We went over to the mainland to get embroidery floss, embroidery floss for the animal kits, the felt animal kits. So they're going out today. And
Who are you?
oh my god. I just get so excited to start talking about everything, and then, hi, I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
We're the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn, and I don't know.
We sell crafty things to help you down your rabbit holes.
Yes, we do. Oh my gosh! All right, so
You take a day off and you just lose
everything.
Yep.
Everything. Well, no, see, I was on a spiel, and then you knocked me off the road. It's like I'm fighting my way out of the ride. Okay, so anyway, so we went over to Michael's to get
Buy all of their DMC floss.
Oh my gosh! At one point, the lady's like, "Did you leave us anything?" Yes, we did. Just in really ugly colors because we got all the pretty ones. So anyway, we got tons of DMC floss, so the kids can go out. So they're ready to go.
These are the wool felt animal kits that have sold.
Right. So we did that, and then we came back, and we have been working very hard on behind-the-scenes stuff for the Fiber Festival.
Right.
So there are a couple of good things that are coming out of this. We're kind of going back to dye to order because somehow or other between, last week and this week, we didn't have time to dye 82 different colors. So we're doing it as dye to order. So everything is now pretty much back open.
Yeah.
Including, get ready, are you ready for this? Mini skein kits.
Right.
So if you didn't get the Jane Austen mini skein kit, we relisted it.
Also Birdie's bots. However, as far as the mini skein kits are concerned, those are going to take at least 2 weeks to ship. So just so you know that going in.
Right.
Because we have to dye them, and then the only way we can do mini skein kits is if we wind them off ourselves. So there's the extra step there.
Right.
But we went back and forth. Do we list them? Do we not? And we landed on the side of the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we relisted all the, most of the mini skein kits.
Yeah.
We did retire a couple of them just because they're spring.
And we've retired a couple colors.
Right.
So
we're selling out whatever is left in them, and then they're going. But
so if you see something that's only got a couple listed where others seem to be full listings, it's because for those particular colors, we're selling what's there, and then that's it as far as those colors are concerned.
Right.
We kind of redesigned the website a little bit because we thought it was a little confusing, especially since we've added the fabric, figuring out which collections are which. So we've streamlined that page, and I much prefer the way it looks now.
So yeah, lots of behind the scenes stuff. And tomorrow we get to film all the videos that we need, which is going to be so much fun.
Yeah. So also, we're gonna have a lot of videos popping up on the YouTube on your notifications because we're doing the whole Welcome to Toad Hollow for the Fiber World people.
Right.
So, and if you haven't signed up for Fiber World yet, it starts on Wednesday.
So
Spike
Spike said to sign up for classes.
Right. Fiber World. So market preview is Wednesday, which means you get to go and see the vendors and kind of see what they have.
Make your lists of the places you want to go and set up your map.
I mean, you can shop. And then Thursday classes and the whole main stage and everything starts. So if you can, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They've done so much work for it. So I hope a lot of people come for it.
Yeah, I think they said they were hoping for 1,000 attendees, and they were right around 500 had signed up.
Right.
But then over 2 days, like 200 more people signed up. So that they said that they're now at about 700, 750.
We're going to be serenaded by barking in another room and just kind of talk through it.
Right. Because otherwise we're never going to get this done. We have little children going up and down the street on scooters. No, we don't approve.
Fiber World.
Fiber World. Oh, the 700 had signed up.
Oh, right. But and at first glance, it's like, oh, 700. That's a lot from our point of view. But then they point out that you're paying for a ticket to go, so you're getting 700. People who are interested.
Right.
Not just looky-loos. It's people they paid to attend, so they want to.
These are people who
be
want to
there.
come. Yeah. So come find it.
Right.
Come see it. It's fiberworld2020.com.
Yeah.
And you can sign up and come. All right. So we did that. On our way back from the mainland, we stopped at the post office, and we had happy mail.
Right.
We had such happy mail. So our first package came from Mary Ann.
Thank you, Marianne.
Thank you so much, Mary Ann. She sent us a book. She sent us The Key to My Heart.
Look at this beautiful book she sent us. It's such a surprise. Thank you. It is The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. And I have never read this. I adore the illustrations.
Yes.
We used to buy the cards by this illustrator. So it's
Once, in a house on Egypt Street, there lived a China rabbit named Edward Tulane. The rabbit was very pleased with himself, for he was owned by a girl named Abalone with the utmost care and adored him completely. But then, one day, he was lost.
so I'm very excited. Thank you very much, Marianne.
Thank you. She also sent us 4 different
Sustenance.
packets of M&Ms with just milk chocolate. I love this. Thought we both could use some karma. Thought we could both use some good karma. That was the regular ones, and then we've got pretzel ones, we've got brownie bite ones, and we've got caramel ones.
All of my favorite.
Yes. Yum. And then I thought, oh, that's so nice. But then I noticed at the bottom of the package, there's this, this
love
absolutely
this beautiful
adorable little
box.
box with a little bow on it. And inside are 2 stitch markers with the state of Maryland on it, because Mary Ann is from Maryland. So we each have a stitch marker, a Maryland stitch marker, which is very, very
Yes.
cool.
Which is very appropriate because I am crocheting in the round, and I am not an experienced enough crocheter. I always have to mark the beginning of my round, so those are perfect for me.
Well, I was just thinking, you were talking about starting a new project, and I'm thinking of starting something new, and this will be perfect to be my
Yes,
marker
I
on
do.
it.
I have to pick a knitting project that I get excited about.
So there's that. And then we got another order that we had ordered. This is to go with our starting to write letters. Anyway, we're trying to get into writing letters.
So these are little postcard books by Joanna Bashford, who has the beautiful adult coloring books. So she put out little postcard books, and there's the Enchanted Forest, there's the Magical Jungle.
Susan, we will be sending that to you.
The Secret Garden, and then The Lost Ocean. So you get, it's a book of postcards, and you can opt to either color it in yourself and then send it on its way.
And then on the back,
Write
we
a
have
little
that.
note. And then, or you can send it uncolored, and the recipient gets to color it. So,
And also, this is going to fit in with something else that I want to do, because I saw somewhere that if every adult person buys a book of stamps, we can help the post office out of its financial difficulties. So we will be buying a couple of books of postcard stamps to
Right.
fill this, so that we can send these out. These are just so pretty, and I love the fact that you can either color it in or stick it in an envelope and send it to
Right.
somebody, and they can color it in and send it to somebody on their list.
and I love to color.
Yeah.
And I love her colorings, but sometimes her books, the pages are just, it's overwhelming.
Right.
Because there's so much, and then on this is just, this is a scale I can handle.
Also,
I am a very, very little brain.
we were
I'm like
looking for
brainy
something
brain.
today on Amazon, and Helen's like, "Oh, she's got planners for next year."
Because, you know, Amazon, since I purchased these, it's like, oh, well, you bought those. Did you know there's a planner?
Okay, can you just take a moment and
What's that?
it's
You
the
can see-
lion.
Oh.
Just admire the lion.
Yeah.
So we now have our planners for next year.
Yeah.
They haven't come yet, but we will be getting our planners for next year. Because they're much less expensive than the planners that we usually get. Hi, would you
Right.
like to come between us, maybe? I have a dog walking between us. And they're much less expensive, and we use our planners all the time.
Yeah.
So that is a very good thing to invest in. Okay, so that was our happy mail.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Marianne. Thank you
Yes.
very much, Amazon. Okay, all right. Questions and comments from the other day? So, Lisa Blues says, "What a fun episode." She says on her tiny phone, you and I don't look very much alike, but with Amanda, she ties us together.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you were part of our podcast when we told the story, but there was a time where we drove to Indiana, where my grandmother is originally from, and we stopped in a bookstore in Indiana, and my father walked in, and the bookstore seller said, "You have one over there, and one over there, and one over there, because we all look exactly like my father."
Right.
My mother got to browse in peace because none of us look anything like her, and she pretended that we weren't hers. Lisa says, "I love all the new colors of yarn. You're knocking it out of the park. Do elderberry and Michaelmas on the Highland wool look like they would work together?" Okay, so we did elderberry on the Highland. We have not done Michaelmas.
Right.
But since they're both the same color family type of thing,
They should work.
they should be beautiful together. So I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Barb, Ulanhaki? I'm sorry.
We'll just call her Barb.
Barbara. She wants to cancel 2020 altogether. She had to say goodbye to her 11-year-old Miss Molly. I'm very, very sorry. Amanda, sister number 3, just had to say goodbye to Jasper, her dog of 13 years. And I'm just letting you know ahead of time, if anything happens, we will be gone for quite a while because it's going to kill us. She broke
Just not going to happen.
her left ankle and bone on her right foot on a misstep on the basement steps.
Oh, my God.
You really... Besides that, so far so good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have positive attitude because
Well, hopefully
Jesus.
you're not in California where they're having fire tornadoes.
What the hell? Every time I go downstairs with a great big basket of laundry, it's one of the things that I fear greatly is doing the misstep or, the cat.
Yeah.
And, because I don't know whether we've mentioned or not, but our cats are jerks. Martha says, "I love the red Tweety toad with the colorful neps. Am I correct that the weight is a heavy DK or light Aran? That's what the yardage led her to believe. Also, is the nature of a Donegal more scratchy yarn than merino or nylon?"
It's actually, okay, so it's a lighter DK than our normal DK. Our normal DK, not by much. Our normal DK is 231 yards. This is 246 yards. And it is one of the softest yarns I've felt in a long time.
If you have felt our DK, it's exactly the same.
Yeah. So the neps are not scratchy at all.
No.
Yeah, it really
It
soft.
is such a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn.
Okay, so our DK is a little heavier. Because a lot of people call for worsted and that's our DK.
Right.
So, yes, it's a heavy DK. Sorry. I had to work my way around it.
Right. But our DK is 231 yards. We just think of
Right.
that as
As
our
DK.
DK. And then this is 246, so it's a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just such a gorgeous yarn.
Yeah.
And the teal on it and the red on it. Oh, I guess she was talking about our felt animals. Because Suzanne says, "I just discovered you. Wow, those animals." And I thought, to begin with, wow, those loud, barky dogs.
Right.
But no, I think she's talking about Felix and Vincenzo. She says, "Where are you located?"
We are located on the Jersey Shore.
Yes.
We are on Long Beach Island, New Jersey.
We do not have a store. We are online only. We get that question a lot. We are online only. We do not have a place that you can stop by and see us. She also says, I have some merino wool by Katya named Tiara, and I would like to dye it another color. She has some coreopsis flowers in the backyard, and she was wondering if we had any tips for her. I answered you in the comment, but we'll do it on the podcast as well. I said to you, we use powdered dyes. We do not use natural dyes. So as far as getting the colors from the flowers, that we can't help you with at all. So that we can't help you with.
As far as dyeing yarn in general is concerned, don't be afraid of it.
Right.
Especially if you're using superwash merino. You can do an awful lot to it before you've ruined it.
Right.
And just make sure that you've treated it either with, soak it with vinegar or citric acid, because that's what opens up the yarn to accept the dye, whether it's natural or the acid.
Okay, Janelle Daly says she loves Spellcaster. Would it coordinate better with Jack, Pumpkinhead, or Crookshanks? So here is Spellcaster. This is one of our new yarns. This is our new Halloween yarn so far for the year. So we have this. Okay. So now Crookshanks, we say no.
Yeah, number one, two highly variegated yarns together, they're just going to blend into each other. Plus, I don't think these go very well because the Spellcaster is cooler and the Crookshanks is warmer. So we say no to Crookshanks. However, Jack, on the other hand,
Holy cow.
Jack works pretty well.
Yes.
So we go Jack Pumpkinhead.
But yeah.
Illusion would work very well too because it's a darker gray.
And it's got tinges of green with it that would go very well with the Spellcaster. So, okay, so that is it from the other day. But we did have one from a little while ago where somebody had asked us to do an orange fade, and we thought since we were working with Crookshanks and everything, we might show you the orange fade now. So, we are doing a 7-color fade for this. Okay, here we go. Ready? We're going to start with the Cook from the Dread Pirate Roberts series. Then we're going to throw in some Crookshanks. Then we're going to throw in some Acorn Fairy. Then Falling Leaves. Okay. Then a little bit of Hawthorn.
This is a Hawthorn Fairy.
Then I'm Not Really Left-Handed. And we're going to wind up with a Beech Nut Fairy. How gorgeous is that?
That really is something.
Oh my god, that's just such a spectacular combination. Okay, put them aside so we take pictures.
So then you can mix and match. You don't have to go all 7.
We had said originally if you wanted to do 5, it would be these 3, like so, like that.
So you take out Acorn and Beech Nut.
That would be beautiful.
But I think Acorn is so great because it pulls out the yellows in the Cook and Falling Leaves.
So you have that.
And then the browns just kind of even the whole thing out.
Yep. It's really, really gorgeous.
So we will have, I'll have it all listed down below with links to each of them, and then we'll put a picture up. So.
Okay. So then, my hair is just, I don't even know what my hair is doing.
It's very wispy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So what did we do yesterday?
We were making placemats.
Yeah. Sister number 3 was down and we were making placemats. I did not get as much done as I had hoped to. I was dealing with a repairman. So this is the first time Sister number 3 has done quilting and binding. So this is one of our new Christmas, well actually this is 2 of our new Christmas lines because she kind of mixed and matched. these are not available on the website yet, but they will be very shortly. We are working down our list of things that we have to do. But this is her placemat. So she did it in, what is the name of the placemat? It's a Charm Pack placemat from Fat Quarter Shop. She and I both did the same pattern.
It's got a video how to do each step, because you're using 5-inch squares. And the kit that we're going to put together, you're going to get fat quarters, and that you will then cut into either the 5 or the 4.5-inch squares that you need.
Right.
Yeah, so that's Amanda's.
Right. So I've had a little bit more practice doing this. So this is mine. To begin with, I measured.
So Amanda's like, it's just guessing as I was cutting. Okay.
I did mine out of the Prim series from Lori Holt. I wanted to do kind of a fall looking one. I added some rickrack to it, which you can add or not add. Amanda chose not to, so it looks beautiful either way. And again, with both of these, you're going to get 10 fat quarters, 1/2 yard, which will give you your binding, and then 3/4 of a yard of the backing fabric, which will give you the back of 4 placemats.
I was going to say, each kit is going to be enough to make 4 placemats.
Right.
These will be available Wednesday for the start of Fiber World. The kits as well as the fabric lines.
Right.
Because this is the Lori Holt Prim fabric line, which we have not listed yet, but we have.
This is such a great line of fabric because it's such a good thing to add as sashing or to highlight something that's got a pattern on it. This is a great one to use as those pieces that just highlight the highly...
Or just use it as a collection.
Or just use it as a collection because it's such a pretty collection. I love Lori Holt's aesthetic. So with the kit, you have more than enough. You have enough fabric to make the 4 backs. You're going to have more. I think you're going to have just enough fabric to make the binding. You're going to have more than enough fabric. Okay, so with your kit, you're going to have enough fabric to make your 4 backs, and you're going to have enough fabric to do your binding for your 4 different placemats. You're going to have leftovers from the stuff that you use for the front, so that you can then use those towards other projects as well. So it's a neat placemat. I think it looks really pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So that was mine.
And then I did, using the Spellcaster's Garden fabric, I started with using the panel, which has got the 4 witches. So you get 4 different placemats, and this is the one that I've actually finished all the way through.
So look at the back that she used. She used, Helen used one of the plant markers as the back, which I love, because I mean you could just have that as your placemat, and that's still a great placemat.
And what you're going to get with this kit is you're going to get 5 fat quarters to do your 5 strips here. You're going to get the full panel for the 4 witches, and then 3/4 of a yard of your back and a 1/2 yard for your binding. And again, like Beth was saying, just enough to do the back and the binding, but you're going to have more than enough leftovers for other things.
Especially with the strips, yeah.
Yeah, and also the panel, because you're cutting a lot of the panel off. But so there's that one. They're all done and quilted. I just have to bind the other 3. And I just love how they came out.
So the 4 witches are pumpkins, beehive,
Sunshine, and weeding. So this is a pattern that we kind of came up with on our own because we wanted to have something where you did the panel.
Right.
So we will. Your kit will also come with the pattern.
Right.
So
with it, when you buy these, we're going to give you the link to the one on Fat Quarter because it's just she's got everything already pre-recorded for you, so
yeah,
it's nice and easy.
And this one will come with a pattern. No video as of yet. but it's a relatively easy pattern to put the top together.
Right.
And then, if you've never bound before, we will give you links to binding.
Yeah, because
It is my least favorite thing to do in the world.
and there are people out there that have been doing it for a very long time that are very
Yeah.
good at it, and they're very good at doing the directions.
Right.
So, okay.
Placemats.
Ta-da! Wednesday.
Unless you hear different from us.
Have we mentioned that we work really well under pressure? Okay. All right, so we are off to finish packing,
Yes.
getting packages out, and yeah,
Editing out all the dog barking.
right. Also, I have to go start dinner because we're having a pork loin pot roast and cabbage, so I got to get those going. Oh, that's right. So my bread maker made my second loaf of bread. It was Parmesan cheese and cracked black pepper.
So good.
It really was. And I was downstairs with the repairman when it was finishing up, and I'm like, oh my God, will you please go away so I can have my bread?
Dude, I want to eat my bread.
At one point, Helen came down. She's like, do you want bread or anything? I'm like, no, he's almost done. Anyway, all right, so we are off.
Yes.
We hope you guys have a really good rest of the day.
Go forth and create.
Have a good dinner, because we're going to have a yummy
Right.
dinner. Spike is so excited about dinner. He's just like salivating in my lap.
Go make dinner, Mary Beth.
Right. Yeah, we hope you just, enjoy this day.
Yeah.
And we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.